So super important topic. So last week we talked about generating interest, and hopefully you guys, drop a one in the chat if you feel like you were doing a better job with your social media, even if not every day, if you got more consistent, if you were more consistent in, sharing the Isagenix story, carrying your shaker cup wherever you're going, really just focused. Jake and I just embarked on a full 30-day with some friends of ours that Naomi, you may know Naomi if you know Naomi Williams, and her boyfriend. We're doing, so we're generating interest with people like that too. It's like, oh, let's do this together. Super fun. Yes, good. I'm so glad. I've seen a lot of good stuff coming out from you guys. So know that attraction marketing works well. Everything we talked about, features, benefits, attraction marketing does work, and you can build a very huge business off attraction marketing, especially if you get really good at it and really, really consistent. I mean, crazy consistent. That is also, it's a more passive way to build if you're just always going to wait for people to come to you, versus what we're talking about tonight is it is a more intentional way to build. It is a more go out there and invite people to take a look. And so often when someone is getting started, we like to say, who it would be sitting around your executive table. If you're sitting there with your ideal people, I mean, names that are coming to your head, gosh, we all have them, gosh, I wish my old roommate Becky would do this with me. I do. And I have worked on her for years, and I will continue to forever. Right. And then, and it's, accepting if it's not their time. We all have those people that we want to do this with. My real question or gut check for you is, have you invited them? And so I'm going to pull up Leaders Rise here very specifically tonight. We have such good templates, such good templates. And I just, I took these just as we repurpose all the time. I took these from other, the old Say, Share, Do scripts, if you were around when that was launched. Zach and Eden's site, they have that stuff. Okay, so again, step 2, inviting and presenting. When you master the skill of inviting people to take a look, you are going to book way, way, way more presentations. And at the end of the day, if you're comfortable with generate interest and that's where you're growing and you're constantly doing that, that's great. But if you're saying, gosh, I know I'm not playing full out and I know I have more in me and I know my potential is more, then you're going to want to master the art of inviting. And this, I'm just going to make sure I'm worried. Yeah, okay. I can tell when the waiting room is up. Then you're going to want to master the art of inviting. Okay, this video right here that Emily Vavra has, 16 minutes, it is the art of inviting. She really, really, really in this video clarifies and gives you phrases and verbiage and exactly what to say. And if you, have been around in the Minneapolis area or other areas where Emily has done Super Saturdays over the years, she's always talking in this language, right? If I could show you a way to blank, would you be open to taking a look? I thought of you because, I know you said you had some interest here. Would you be open? I would love to get on a call and tell you about it. Or I would love for you to watch just a 30-minute presentation of one of my partners that can show you everything you need to know. So the biggest thing in this section, we're not inviting them to say yes. Sure, that is the goal. Yes is of course the goal. No is also the goal if they want to say no, but we're inviting them to take a look. There's a big difference. If I have someone that takes a look full on up and down, left and right, and they have seen what's available to them and they still tell me no, I promise you I'm going to sleep that much better at night knowing that they have taken a look. And the look doesn't have to be me. It could be a 3-way call. It could be, it could be a guy that I want to get on a call with Jake. It could be someone that, that has been through breast cancer that would connect with Barbie's story. It could be someone who is more of the mid-20s age range that wants to talk to Teresa, or a new mom that wants to talk to Heather, right? Or someone that really wants to get shredded and saw Drew's pictures and wants to do Isabody and I connect them with Drew. That's what we're here for, okay? That third party validation. But what I really want us to get good at is mastering the art of inviting to take a look. And also, it's okay if, you know, during the inviting process, you don't exactly know what you're gonna give them on the other side. Like, we do this all the time, right? I mean, even Nikki Stoker and I were working on connecting in, you know, someone that she works with and at her practice. And it's like, we're just figuring out the next step. You know, she's invited him to take a look. We have the date set. We haven't gotten our presentation, our ducks in a row yet, but we're going to, right? We have the date. And so we're going to figure out exactly who needs to be on the call, what to do. You know, it's all a part of it. Okay. So it's really just taking the next step. And so what I want you guys to do, I want you to watch this 16 minutes, Master the Art of Inviting. This we did last week, but I have it here because some people start here. Okay. Some people, 1 and 2 work in parallel. You're generating interest and you're inviting people to take a look. You're pulling people in through interest and you are getting out there and inviting people to take a look. And if you're doing both of those things, you're going to be unstoppable on creating a network of customers who love Isagenix and then finding others that want to do the same and make money. So you know, we talked about this. You can make your list, write down every name on paper. This is just an Isagenix document, right? This is just, who do you know? Go through, come up with 100 names, 200 names. I bet you can. Doesn't mean you have to contact them all tomorrow, but come up with your list. And then here's the inviting scripts. And there's 3 of them, okay? We've broken it down into 3. So text a few. Text a few this is designated to help someone enroll their first few people, okay? So simply 2 people, who do you know that would for sure want to do this with you? And this text is very intentionally casual. So if you're on here and you're like, gosh, I just have a couple of friends that I know would love this and I wish they would do it. Use this, really try it, really put it to the test. Really put it to the test and try to either prove the system right or prove it wrong. If you're like, that doesn't work. And you can change the words so they sound like you, but I will tell you very intentionally, is it casual? Any interest in doing it with me? Not, would you like to cleanse with me? We're going, it's not formal, it's casual, right? And then, saying, here's the thing, here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna just connect them into a call. If you feel like you can do it without the call, because that is working really well with the tools we have, you can simply say, okay, I'm gonna send you a 10-minute video to watch. And then you'll know. And we put right here which videos are the best videos, okay? So text a few, try it. Opportunity. Opportunity it's really the top-down approach. So this is the people, and I want you guys to put in the chat just the first name of someone that you would love. Just the first name. Just put a first name in the chat. Someone, I said the name Becky. Someone that you would that comes to mind right away that you're like, gosh, I just wish this person, I can picture them doing this with me. I can picture them going with me to events. I wish that they were on this call. I want them here, right? Yep. Okay, you guys all know. Everyone knows the person. Really, everyone knows. It's so true. Okay, so my real true challenge for you this week, has anyone done this? Actually, I'm gonna play it first, and then I'm gonna see if anyone has done this with them. So here's an example. I send voice texts of this structure, this framework. Hey, you came to my mind. This may or may not be for you, and talk through it. And when they say, what is it? You can use this exact thing, okay? My absolute favorite thing, and I'll hit stop share, and I'm gonna play this voice recording. I know I've played a voice recording on here before, but I haven't played this one. This is someone I met at a restaurant this fall. I was out, a friend of, she walked up, she knew the person I was with. She was like, oh yeah, do you guys have greens? I am kind of interested. I know she has a hair salon. We've been going back and forth. She is extremely interested. She has a few things going on personally right now, but we are in contact nonstop. So I want you guys to listen to this.
Kind of made me laugh because my daughter is,
okay.
Kind of made me laugh because my daughter she says baking soda. She likes to dip her finger in the baking soda. also wanted to quick touch base about Isagenix. I know you had some interest in checking out what we have to offer. You know, it was fun to meet you the other night. I know, I can tell you're just like super relational and super into, you know, the work that you do with hair. And I would just love to have a chance to chat more. Either, you know, we could set up like a Zoom coffee date or wine date. It would be fun to just, you know, tell you a little bit more about Isagenix if you're open to it. If not, no big deal. That's totally cool. But I honestly think what we have here is super, super special, and I'm excited about what's to come. And I, you know, see a lot in you and just what you're doing. So would absolutely love to, sorry, that cuts out right at a minute. I would absolutely love a chance to chat and tell you more and draw it out, you know, the compensation plan, exactly what it is that we do, how we partner with Isagenix. You know, if you're open, cool. If you're not open, that is totally okay. But I'm just, you know, reaching out to people right now that I just see that potential in and would love to connect with and partner with. So let me know if you're open, and I hope you're having a wonderful holiday season, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.
Okay. So I do that I do that all the time. I have a few of those that I have saved just as examples. Put in the chat if you do that. I would love to, who else out there? I know some of you do. Throw in the chat if you do that. Yes, Barbie, you do. Yes, Heidi, you do. Yep. And I like the voice. Yes, I like the voice because it's just my heart. Like, who can, awesome, April, so good. You can't refute what's on someone's heart about it. And if you'll notice, you know, I said, it's fun to meet you. I complimented her. I said, I'd love to hop on a Zoom date, coffee or wine, you know, just like, let's just hang and let's chat. If you're open, if not, no big deal. I see a lot in you. And she got back to me that night and she's like, hey, I am actually interested. She's dealing with a little bit of health stuff right now, but she said, I am actually interested. Is there some stuff you can send me to look at until I can get on a call with you soon? And we're going right back and forth. Honestly, this month I feel will be, you know, and now with collagen, she's, you know, her long-term goals are to have her own hair salon. She does hair. So, I mean, it just lines up. I sent her the collagen stuff. I said, I'm thinking about you. After your surgery, let's talk. So that's really where we're at. So it's a really good way, you guys, to take those names. Who on here, the names that you said, Yvonne, Melissa, Casey, Leah, Paige, who has contacted their person and gone heart to heart with them like this? Michelle, Madison, Carla. Yep. Good. Oh, hold on. Who's raising their hands? Yes, Barbie. Yep. Yep. Heather. Beth. Good. You guys. Yes. Yep. Awesome. April. Yes. Danny. I love that. Okay. So, I mean, because here's the thing, I would rather, and even, you know, I would rather, for me, I will sleep better at night knowing that I have done all I can and tried. And not just because I'm trying to get the person, but because I know it could drastically change their life. I know what we have here. And I know that if they, you know, if they're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing, this is life-changing. You know, what if the person that shared this with you didn't share it with you? What if you didn't know about Isagenix right now? Would your life be better? Would it be worse? You know, think about it that way. The what if, I would rather ask, exactly, Barbie, and just know. And, you know, I mean, collagen is out, not to, you know, I mean, collagen is out there. Things are out there. It is, Isagenix is growing. We literally are, you know, just that product alone, if you project out over the year, I think it's projecting to be like $150 million product. If you take these first 7 weeks and the 5 million bottles that were sold, it's projecting out like crazy. And so I want them to know what's available to them, right? And I would rather ask them and have them tell me no. And I don't expect, you know, like with this Stacy, I don't expect her that night to be like, yeah, sign me up. It's a process. It's a dance. Now we're going back and forth, right? Okay. So that is this process. That is top down. And you can understand the difference between top down, Top down is basically this. It's going to people. And I'm presenting the business and we're landing. Maybe she's like, well, I just want to start with collagen, versus people that come to you and they start with a little bit of product and then they decide to build up to the business. They're both good. They both have places. But I think sometimes we rely super heavily on one versus the other, often on the bottom up, getting them started on the products and hoping that they're going to want to blow up a business with you, right? Okay. Do you have anything you wanted to add there?
No, I would just, the only other thing I would add is that, you know, we talked about the what if and getting it out there and rather knowing, and it energetically, it feels so good to know either way. If you're holding on to these what ifs and they might do this, they might do that, your brain is thinking about so many other things, and it really just spreads you really thin, right? It spreads your energy thin, it spreads your focus thin. Like really just knowing either way, it is for you right now, great. It's not for you right now, okay, I have some questions, great. You know where to go. It gives you direction, and then you can keep moving towards your goal.
Yeah.
So just being in that nebulous gray, maybe they'll say something, I don't know, what are they gonna, like, that's just a drain on your energy. And your energy is so much better spent in other areas of your life.
Yeah, and that is such a good point. Sometimes we think, you know, have you ever had a day where you're like, gosh, I spent 6 hours on Isagenix, and you actually are exhausted because you spent 6 hours thinking about like 2 people and wishing that they, or you're like scrolling and wishing, you know, it's that wishing, it's that yearning feeling. We're trying to get away from, you know, that energy suck that he's talking about, where we're thinking about it versus just rip off the Band-Aid, which is more painful, right? The Band-Aid slowly or the rip. Okay. And then what we have here with collagen, you guys, this is working. It is working. This message, I just used the, you know, the old college friend enrolled a couple days later. I've also sent it to a bunch of people that haven't responded, but it is working. This is straight out of Hillary Courtney right here. This is straight from Zach and Eden's website. So you can choose, okay? You can see, again, Zach and Eden are very casual with their think you'd love it, right? Wanna see some pics. I promise you that's intentional. He wants it to be casual like that, okay? Like very conversational, because that can build trust. So this simple, I know Danny Leverson has had huge results with. Comment in the chat if you guys have been using these. Teresa used this. She put it in Leaders Rise here and said it took her like 2 to 3 minutes, and the girl enrolled straight off the site, right? So you send them the video, you go back and forth, you present the options, they pick, you send them the link, and then it does go into, would it be okay if I added you into our Facebook group? Okay. Also, would it excite you? Would it excite you to earn $250 just for sharing with 2 of your friends? I think I have to update that to 200 now that the share bonus just ended. Yes, here's a short video, 3.5 minutes. Okay, and if they say no, how much would excite you? Let them respond. They might say, oh, $2,000 would excite me. So if I could show you a way to earn $2,000 by referring this product, you'd be excited to learn? Or if I could introduce you to someone, if you don't want to describe that yet, that's okay. If you don't want to draw it out, if I could introduce you to someone who could show you that, would you be open to talking with them? Yes. Okay. This process right here is so good. Okay. So this is inviting. I mean, these are the 3 kind of sections that we have. You can, and I mean, this collagen script, you could certainly say, you know, hey, you know, we have a 30-day that I'm getting started on. Would you could put other stuff in it that you're using, right? You totally could. Okay. So really what tonight is about is the invite. And so I'm going to give some solid homework. Solid homework. Yes. Hold on. Let me check the chat. Okay. The what if, yeah. Okay. Just need to get their name out of the head. Exactly. Okay. So here is our stuff for tonight. It's taking me a minute. Okay.
So many screens.
So many screens. Okay. Okay. So action items. And this week you can choose one or the other. You can choose this beautiful cork yoga mat that is incredible, or you can choose a piece from isagenixgear.com, any item that you see, okay? And the reason I picked these is because these are items that are really awesome for piquing interest for, I have actually been on a yoga mat and I've sat next to someone and talked to them about what I do, or I have my shaker cup, and then I will say, hey, are you on Facebook? And then I'll add them. This is, I mean, that's Stacy, that voice note, it wasn't a yoga mat, but it was at a restaurant. I had met her a few weeks before, and then I sent her a voice message because I added her. So think about, you know, when you're out, if you're on the yoga mat, are you connecting with the person next to you? You know, if you're wearing clothes out and about and they say, what's your logo? You know, you can talk about that, like living it proud, loud and proud. Okay. So here's the homework for the week. And I really, so this week is inviting and presenting. And we talked primarily about inviting because there is so much out there that we can use from a presentation standpoint. It is, I think over time, getting good at presenting is a super important skill in this business. But I also think that this week I want us to focus on inviting to things that are existing. So Zach Slobin does twice a week a Pivot on Purpose webinar. It is Thursday nights at 7:30 p.m. and he focuses on collagen, building an empire with collagen. It is also Sundays at 1 p.m. and it's using the traditional products, shakes, cleanse, ionics, traditional. I really, to earn points this week, I want you to pick one of them, block it in your calendar and watch it. It's 35 minutes maximum. He goes over everything. He goes over why this is a good business opportunity. And I really want, and I'll put the Zoom, I'll put the flyer right in the group. Pick one, get your spouse on or your significant other if you want them to see it, right? And he has been doing this the entire pandemic for the whole company. He is also now on the field advisory board, so has, you know, a lot of like just involvement from a company standpoint. Yeah, she needs to stop. Okay, shh, Mia. Okay, so Pivot on Purpose webinar, super good. And watching things like that, which he does them every week without fail, watching, learning, listening, writing down as he's going, you're going to take in ways to present this information. And it's opportunity focused. Bonus prize entry for anyone that you get on who will watch with you. They can already be a customer. They can't be like already a builder, but if they're a customer or if they're a new person and you go and like what I did with Stacy and you say, hey, I want you to watch this webinar. It's going to be 35 minutes. Can you get on either Thursday at 7:30 or Sunday at 1? Get on, have them watch. You get an extra entry for everyone that you have that's on. Okay. Then the other two things are inviting. Invite a minimum of 3 people this week using the voice note. Mia, I'll be out in a minute. Okay. So a minimum of 3 people with the voice note. And then use the scripts. Then the last one is using any of those scripts. Use the Text-A-Few scripts, the opportunity scripts, or the collagen scripts, and send it to 15 people this week. I know some people, Heidi's doing 50 a week, right? So she's already like, she's got that down. You're going to text, message, voice note. I'm talking 3 really big, partner with me in Isagenix, 15 of sort of that back and forth. They could all be 15 collagen ones if that feels comfortable to you. And then watch the pop webinar and you'll get an either one of those times. I'm sure Jake or I will be on both. And then you can get a bonus prize entry for anyone who watches it with you, okay? So that's what I have for this week. Let me hit stop share. Any questions? Anything else at all? Okay, awesome. Barbie, do you have the zip up?
Yes, it's freaking my favorite. It's got one of those tall collars.
Yeah.
I love it.
Cute. Yeah, no, it's like high quality stuff out there on that site. Good. Okay. Go crush it this week, you guys. Super exciting. Also, new leader in action month. So fill out your sheet. It's a 5-week month. 5 weeks to play in the manager director pools, 5 weeks to, be paid as executive and all the things. So We will talk soon. Yes. Oh yeah, the new 20-point, you're right. So Heidi, if you get 20 points, to her point, 20 points, and you fill out all the columns in Leader in Action, you're in the 20-point club, and you get a special call with Kathy Coover. Was there anything else, Heidi, that you get with it? You get a special call. What else? What?
My internet cut out, so I didn't hear what you said, but yeah, it's a glass bottle and a training call with Kathy.
Glass
Cooper.
bottle. Yeah, training call I knew, and then a glass Isogenics bottle. Cool. Okay. Awesome, guys. Have a good week. Thank you.